Hey there, I'm Jon Cumberworth with Acting Executives, and I want to talk today about lead sources, lead channels, and communication methods. Those three might sound very similar, but I can assure you they are all very different and very important when it comes to tracking leads from your marketing and understanding where your leads and clients are coming from. So the reason we want to do this, and probably the biggest tip I can give on lead source before we get started, is a lead source is something that you can look at and say, I want to spend more time or more money investing in that lead source in order to get more clients, more leads. So an example of what not to do, I've been a part of companies and businesses that do it very well, some that could have done better. We looked at a CRM and saw that majority of leads came from website. Website is not a lead source, that is a channel. And so when we looked and we want to step back and say, oh man, we're getting all these leads from our website, we should invest more in our website. That doesn't really work very well because you don't know where to invest it. Those people were finding them through Google, through Facebook, through social, different ways they were getting to the website. However, they weren't finding them because of website, right? So we're going to jump in. We're going to go through lead sources. I'm going to give you some examples of what lead sources look like, how that two-tiered system would work. Also identify what a lead channel would look like, and then talk about communication methods as well. So you've got phone, forms, web chat, things like that. So let's get started here. Follow along with my handy dandy whiteboard. All right. So when we look at lead sources, again, keep this in mind. I want to invest more time, more money in this lead source because it is generating activity. It's generating maybe not just leads, but clients. And that's the end goal. You want to know where your customers and your clients are coming from. So I put down a few examples here. It's up to you how detailed you want to get. So I've got Google Organic and Google Ads. You may not be large enough, have enough leads to where you need to specify Google versus Bing versus DuckDuckGo, things along those lines. Search engine, organic. You do want to specify organic or paid. So organic is when someone finds you through a non-ad. They Google best accident lawyer Austin. They go down and they see your website, your name in the organic search. So not the sponsored, not the paid ads. There's multiple ways to do this, obviously Google Analytics, but talk to your digital marketing agency or whoever you're working with, but you need to know how those visitors came through, either paid or organic. So I've got also here the same kind of category, if you will, paid versus organic. So Facebook versus TikTok versus Instagram. Again, if you don't want to get that detailed, I would highly advise you do. Facebook and TikTok obviously are different programs. Facebook and Instagram, those are more along the lines of they're meta, right? So they're about the same now. So you want to know where you want to put your money. But Facebook ads, Facebook organic, you do want to specify if somebody's just getting to your page through a normal search. Probably not likely. I'm not sure how many people are searching Facebook websites or Facebook pages to get to you. So those are just single level. You don't have a second level there. I say two levels here on lead sources because when we're looking at things like referrals, we do want to specify as well, referral attorney, referral non-attorney. And for those of you that are attorneys, you understand exactly why. You want to make sure you're paying those commissions, those shared referral fees in the states that you can, obviously. But you want to make sure you know not only this referral attorney, but this subcategory, who is it? So this is where you're going to write their actual name. You can put a firm, that would be fine. But a lot of times you've got multiple attorneys within a firm. So I would put the actual name. And a lot of times if you've got a CRM like Salesforce, Litify, Filevine, these are going to be contacts within your CRM. So you're going to be able to link that within your CRM, your case management software. There you go. So that's going to be a two level. So this sub level here can be a couple different things. You can call it subcategory. You can call it source detail. You can call it almost what you want. When I use Salesforce, which is basically Litify, we used campaigns. So you could see within a campaign. So let's say John Smith here. Let's say John Smith has given you 5 leads. You can see within the John Smith campaign who those leads are, who those potential clients are. The same with non-referral non-attorneys. You know, you've got the name that you want to track, my awesome doctor's handwriting. So you want to, again, have that as a contact, have that as a referral source. I was working with an attorney recently that said, yeah, I've gotten a lot of really good leads, good potential clients and even clients from this one referral source. When we looked in the CRM, he did a good job of tracking those. And he looked at it and said, wow, I haven't had a new referral from this person in 6 months. And it's just having that available data, having that available setup to where you can sit there and go, okay, I'm tracking this. I need to reach out to this person. It's been too long, or I need a system in place to make sure I have those touch points every 45 days or less with each referral source. So those are going to be your subcategories. Now you're going to have other referral, or excuse me, lead sources. You do a lot of CLEs, a lot of conferences. You go to Mass Towards Made Perfect every year. You go to NTL in Miami every year. You go to AAJ, wherever it is, all those different conferences. You're going to want to know where specifically. You can't just say conference, because again, that's kind of like website, right? But you do want to know this came from a conference or maybe a networking event. And these are going to have those subcategories. So again, how detailed do you want to get with it? MTMP, Mass Towards Made Perfect, 2 times per year. Do you want it to say MTMP 2023? Do you want to say MTMP Spring 2023? If you go and you want to be that precise, but you do need to know MTMP. You do need to know the specific conference if you're going as a way to not only get that CLE credit, but you're going to generate referral sources and generate referrals. So you're going to want to know, man, I've done a really good job getting referrals from this one conference. I will be going back. I will be investing money in that specific conference, and money and time. Same with networking events. It's great to get out. You do a lot of community events, I'm sure. Go to different coffee meetups, things along those lines. If you go to one consistently, make sure you track that and you say, I've been going to this for 3 different events, and I've had 0 referrals, 0 leads, 0 referral sources. You can still go if you enjoy it, but up to, in terms of the business, you don't need to invest more time, more money in that event if it's not producing results that you want to see. So again, lead sources, understand if you want to invest more time and more money in that source in order to get more clients and more of the clients that you want as well. So let's talk about channels here. So channels can be very similar to a source. When we're looking at channels, again, you're going to want to get detailed, maybe. So I think just if you want to do social media and get detailed, you can go here. You can break it out, right? Each one of those systems, those social media platforms are essentially their own channel, right? Within that channel, that's how they reach you. They're going to use different methods of communication. It's going to have a different source of how they got to you. So it might be a paid lead or a paid ad, paid ad or organic search. So search engine has both. Again, if you want to get real detailed, which could be a good thing, you want to know if you want to spend more time with Bing ads, you might be able to get less, pay lower click rates or cost per click, which eventually, if the volume is there, you will get a lower cost per lead and ultimately a lower cost per client. I put offline here. Offline is networking events, conferences, something we didn't talk about up on the lead source, referral letter. So an actual physical letter. There's different ways to do offline things with QR codes now as well. So QR code can track that source. So if you do a mailer, send something out that you get signups for, something along those lines, you can use that QR code on the mailer to track that exact source. So when you look at channels, think about essentially how it's being delivered to you, distribution channel, if you will. So it's being delivered to you through a search engine. It's being delivered to you through social media, that type of distribution method. So the last part of this is going to be, for me, something that firms that I worked with didn't do a great job of. And I say great job because a lot of times we didn't do a great job, because a lot of times they're like, you know what? I just want the lead source. I just want to know if I should be doing more Google ads or more Facebook ads. For this, you are spending money on call rail. You're spending money on your phone system. You're spending money on live chat systems. You're spending money on text to chat systems. If you look up and you say 100% of our leads all came through the phone, you're going to want to optimize your marketing to generate phone calls. Or maybe you want to generate some more that are non-phone calls. But if you look up and you see a certain amount of data, you've got 20% of your clients coming through live chat. Great. Don't get rid of live chat. Continue to optimize for that. that might be something you want to make a decision on. So when you look at communication channels, this is this is literally the how they reached out to you. So not how they found you, but it's how they communicated with you. And you will have people that filled out a form and then did a chat and then made a phone call. You're going to have that. So it's up to you how you want to track. I would put rules in as much as possible with your team. Maybe the first method, the earliest method, they filled out a form, you responded to the form, that's it. Even if they did a chat later, doesn't matter. But you're going to want to know how they communicate with you. This is another one. You've got Facebook Messenger. And again, these are not the sources. So I've heard people say, oh yeah, they found me through Google Maps, or what do they call it now? Google My Business, Google Business Profile. That's not a lead source. They came through search, through organic search, and they communicated with you through the Google Business Messenger app, basically. I know they've changed the name on it. It used to be Google My Business. You used to be able to text back and forth, and now it's through an app, basically through Maps. So that's the communication method. And I put Facebook Messenger here as well. There's a lot of different companies out there that do live chat, text to chat, that can connect to all of these communication methods. So they can connect to Facebook Messenger so that all of that communication can go into one place, and you're not having to man or keep aware of different communication channels. So, oh, I even spelled that right. I did that wrong. Communication methods. You can see I've been doing this for a lot of years and it's still confusing to me. So do what you can to learn about the lead sources. This is definitely the most important part of this. This is the most important part, understanding the lead source, so that you can understand if you want to invest more time or more money in that lead source. So I hope this is helpful. If there's anything I can do to help answer questions as well, it depends on your case management software, how you want to structure this. But I can assure you almost all of them have built-in systems for this. It's just a matter of you setting it up and then setting up rules for your team to put a lead source on every single lead, even if it's a terrible, no injuries, at fault, potential client. Doesn't matter. You're going to want to know that they came through a Google ad. You're going to want to know that they contacted you through live chat. You're going to want to know that they didn't meet your criteria. All good. Next. But you still need to know the source of every single lead. All right. Hope this is helpful. Take care. Have a good one.